How do you do? It's Pauline's Place, and tomorrow night is the end of level 3. But I've just received a package, and it just seems more exciting in this COVID-19 time to get a package addressed to me from Australia. So I'm going inside to open it. Come with me. It was quite heavy, so I needed to sit down. I knew what was in it. 20 books. The same book, Selected Poems by Margaret T. South, a New Zealander who lived in Australia and who has now been dead for 2 years. But this is her legacy, or just part of her legacy, and I want to read to you something of the poem. But first, how did it get here? Why did it have to come to Australia? She was a part of our parish, this wonderful woman who had her doctorate in ancient Chinese literature and who could speak fluently and who studied the language and lived many years in China, was a professor in Canberra in Australia and a part of our parish. And she blessed us with her beautiful words. She blessed us with her love of children. And she blessed us with the time that she had to give to people and share her knowledge and her wit and her love of life. Margaret South, I want to read to you something that she wrote for you and me. This is a hymn, and I'm not going to sing it, but I'll read you 2 verses. She talks about joy. Joy of standing by the seashore, joy of watching gulls in flight, joy of travelling distant places, joy with home once more in sight. Near and far thy people seek thee, mosque, pagoda, temple, shrine, church and synagogue entreat thee. Joy be in this heart of mine. Joy of parted friends united, joy of lovers' hearts entwined, joy without, in street and market, joy within my house enshrined. Fair ones, dark ones, rich ones, poor ones, brothers, sisters, all are we. Lord, now lay your hand upon us, and with joy we'll worship thee. She knew about these things, the distant places, being alone, living alone, not having ever married. She knew about the love for all races because she practiced it. And she was a gift to our church. And finally, I want to say, she was a gift to me. She was always very honest about the way I did church or the way I said things. She liked to add a better word than the one I'd used, and I loved it. And she loved the visits of people. Why does a person mean so much to another? You can think of all their faults, but it's because of the gift they gave you. That's why they mean so much to you. And she talks about enshrining. Actually, that's making sacred, making important. Well, she made important the presence of people when they were actually with you. She gave everyone her full attention. And she didn't worry about the little details of messes and things like that. Full attention to the person. Well, I remember one day visiting her house. We were there for a meal. You could hardly move for books. They were everywhere. You could hardly find a surface. But out on her deck, we would enjoy a beautiful meal, not always cooked by Margaret. She would order it in, get a takeaway. But we loved her company. During this COVID time, we maybe have had the company of just a few people, but now we can enjoy the company of a few more people. Level 2 won't be, wow, let's just break out the champagne. It'll be, I can extend my bubble, I can socialize, and I'm going to value social contact and be with the person I meet. Thank you, Margaret South. I'm going to share some more poems from her in other Pauline's Places. Thank you for what you've given all of us. And I'm going to make sure I share this gift with at least 19 other people. God be with you. Thank you for today. And remember, people like Margaret they brought a gift to our world.